marketers. Debra Eckerling here.
And I'm Keith Smith, and we host the MPN Meta Marketing Show, which is not just another marketing podcast, but the marketing podcast about all the other marketing podcasts.
Podcasts are booming, right? We love them, and people actually listen. They don't scroll, they don't swipe, well, except maybe during the ad breaks.
But here's the secret. With the Marketing Podcast Network, your ads don't make people hit skip. We put your brand on shows that people actually want to hear.
That's right. We match your message with podcasts that make marketing nerds like us perk up and take notes, or at least nod knowingly, pretending they understand.
And don't worry, because we'll deliver your ad naturally. People might even think that we love your brand personally, which of course we totally do, unless it's a veggie smoothie, then maybe not.
If you want your brand heard without making listeners roll their eyes,
head to marketingpodcasts.net and catch marketing fans at work, rest, and play. Seriously, your audience is already listening. Make sure they hear your brand and not our awkward jokes.
Join the conversation, because good ads shouldn't just be tolerated, they should be enjoyed.
Yes!
Welcome, everyone. I'm Debra Eckerling, author, goal strategist, and book proposal specialist, and this is the Book Proposal Podcast. In this episode, I'm answering the question, what is the most important part of the book proposal? Well, the truth of the matter is they're all important. They work in tandem to make the case for you, your book, and its ability to sell. But when you're trying to decide, really pinpoint, is this the right idea? Then there are three particular sections for you to focus on first. I recommend starting with the overview. That's the one-pager that shares what your book is, what makes it unique, and why you are the best and only person to write it. Your overview starts with a hook, something that grabs the reader's attention. Then you explain your concept, share your credentials, and then end with anything that reinforces why your book is needed in the world. The other two sections that are important for proof of concept are audience and book comps. The audience section is slightly researched. You want to not only share who, what demographics and interest groups will pick up your book, but you need to back it up with data. Go into your preferred search engine and ask who buys books on your topic. And then do a little bit deeper to find out what are the trends, what are their buying habits. You need stats and articles to back it up that you will link to in the text of your book proposal. For example, for my goal-setting books, I use stats on business trends, the amount of money companies spend on personal development, and I also talk about the uptick in small business owners and freelancers. These are all people likely to pick up a book on goal setting for guidance and inspiration. The third section to pay attention to is the comps or comparable titles. You want books that have good rankings and a substantial number of reviews. These are books that are similar to yours in genre, tone, subject matter, but are different enough from yours that people who buy these books that sell will also buy your book. So underneath each comp, you want to state this book talks about this. My book approaches it in this way. Now, for your comp titles, you typically want 5 that have been released in the last 5 years through traditional publishers. So these 3 sections put together, your overview and then your audience and comps, those will help you really narrow down what your idea is, your unique spin, who is going to buy it, and why it is needed, because there may be books that are similar, but nothing that goes into your take on the subject at hand. For more information on your book's overview, check out episode 4 of the Book Proposal Podcast. I will go into audience and book comps in more detail in future episodes. Thank you for tuning in. Please follow, subscribe, and join me every week. And let's turn your idea into a plan and your plan into a book so your book can get in the hands of those who need to read it. Do you have a question about book proposals? Email me, deb@thedebmethod.com. Connect with me on LinkedIn and follow @thedebmethod for more resources and tips to get you excited about planning and achieving your book proposal goals. And you can learn more at thebookproposalexpert.com.
You may know you're listening to this show along the Marketing Podcast Network, but did you know there are other great shows on MPN to help your business? Robbie Samuels hosts the On the Schmooze podcast. Robbie, tell listeners what to expect from the show.
Since 2015, I've interviewed entrepreneurs who overcame challenges to achieve success in their field or industry. Tune in to On the Schmooze to listen as I ask deep questions to elicit untold stories about leadership and networking.
And where can people subscribe?
Find the show at ontheschmooze.com or on marketingpodcast.net, or just search for it wherever you get your podcasts.
You heard them. Go subscribe.
This podcast is heard along the Marketing Podcast Network. For more great marketing podcasts, visit marketingpodcasts.net.